You know that feeling, that quiet, nagging feeling when you're lying in bed at night and everything is finally still? It's not a loud anxiety, not a panic attack. It's a whisper that says something is off, that you're running on a treadmill, working hard, but you're not actually getting anywhere, that your energy is just gone, and you can't quite figure out why. What if I told you the reason you feel so drained, so stuck, isn't some giant, obvious monster in your life? It's not your job, it's not your bank account, not directly. It's the silent, invisible tax you pay every single day. The small, quiet habits and tolerations that are bleeding you dry, drop by drop, while you're not looking. These are the silent assassins of your potential. And today, we're going to expose and eliminate 10 of them. This isn't about a loud, dramatic purge. This is about quiet subtraction. And if you stick with me, you'll learn how to reclaim not just your time, but your mental real estate, your focus, and ultimately, your future. Now, if you're ready to do this deep cleaning of your life, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and drop a silent assassin in the comments below. Telling me which one of these is hitting home for you helps me make content that actually matters to you. Let's build this community of people who are done with the nonsense and ready to take back their power. Okay, let's get into it. 1. The energy debtors. We're starting here because it's the most personal. I'm not just talking about the friend who's always in crisis. I'm talking about that subtle, one-sided relationship where you're the unofficial therapist, the cheerleader, the emergency contact, but the support only ever flows one way. You leave every conversation feeling emptier than when you started. You're giving away your emotional currency and getting IOUs in return. And those IOUs are never cashed in. The elimination isn't a dramatic blow-up. It's a quiet, graceful exit. Stop initiating. Be slow to respond. Become a gentle ghost. You don't need to give a speech. You just need to stop funding a relationship that's bankrupt. 2. The ready lie. This is the story we tell ourselves. I'll start when I have more money. I'll launch the business when I feel fully confident. I'll have that hard conversation when the timing is perfect. Here's the brutal truth. Ready is a myth. It's a fairy tale we use to protect ourselves from the vulnerability of trying and potentially failing. The most successful people in the world don't wait for a feeling. They understand that action creates momentum, and momentum creates the feeling of being ready. The goal isn't to start perfectly. The goal is to start, period. An ugly, messy, imperfect start today is worth infinitely more than a perfect plan you'll start someday. 3. The compulsion to explain. Why do we feel this deep, almost biological need to justify our lives to people who have no stake in our happiness? Why are you drafting a mental essay for your aunt about your career change, or explaining your life choices to a coworker who wouldn't recognize your dreams if they tripped over them? Every explanation you offer is a piece of your power. You are handing over your validation for them to approve, or more likely, to critique. Stop. Your life is not a committee meeting. You do not need a quorum to make a decision. Save your explanations for the tiny handful of people who have actually earned the right to hear your reasoning. 4. Comparison as a sport. We do this to ourselves constantly. We open our phones and we're instantly in the Olympics of everyone else's highlight reels, their vacation, their promotion, their seemingly perfect relationship. And we compare our raw, unedited, behind-the-scenes footage to their curated trailer. You have to understand this. Comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your unique perspective, and your pace. The antidote? A ruthless digital cleanse. Unfollow, mute, curate. Create a digital environment that reflects your aspirations, not one that constantly reminds you of someone else's. Your path is yours alone. The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. 5. The seduction of the victim story. This one is insidious because it feels so safe. It's comfortable to be the main character in a tragedy. The world is against me. Nothing ever works out. I just have bad luck. This story becomes a security blanket. It excuses you from responsibility. It's the story that says, it's not my fault, so I don't have to try. But that blanket is made of lead. It's heavy, and it will drown you. You must Quietly and internally change the narrative. Stop rehearsing the story of what's been done to you and start authoring the story of what you're moving toward. Are you the victim of your circumstances, or are you the hero overcoming them? The choice is yours, and it's made in the quiet of your own mind. 6. The addiction to being right. How many hours of your life have you wasted in pointless arguments, online debates with strangers, circular conversations with a relative about politics, defending your taste in movies? It's an ego trap. You get a little hit of dopamine when you think you've won, but what have you actually won? You've wasted time and energy, and you've probably irritated someone. The truly powerful mindset is this: would I rather be right, or would I rather be at peace? You can't have both. Let people be wrong. It's okay. Nod, smile, and let them have their incorrect opinion. Your focus is too valuable to be spent on intellectual battles with no prize. 7. The clutter you can't see. This goes beyond a messy desk. I'm talking about the mental and digital clutter that creates a low-grade hum of anxiety in your life. The 47 browser tabs you've been meaning to read for 6 months. The 200 unread emails. The notifications pinging you every 30 seconds. The to-do later pile that's slowly taking over your kitchen counter. This chaos in your environment tells your subconscious mind that your life is out of control. Eliminating it is a form of therapy. Close the tabs. Unsubscribe from the emails. Declutter a single drawer. Every act of external order creates a corresponding sense of internal calm. 8. The tyranny of fake urgency. We've been brainwashed by technology into thinking everything requires an immediate response. That text message? It dings, so you feel you have to answer it now. That email? It says urgent in the subject line, so you drop everything. But 99% of what feels urgent is not important, and 99% of what is important does not feel urgent. Quietly reclaim your time. Turn off notifications. Batch check your emails at set times. Stop being a 24/7 customer service representative for other people's demands. When you stop responding to fake urgency, you create the space to work on what's genuinely important. 9. Overthinking as a hobby. Some of you are professional overthinkers. You can take a simple decision, what to have for dinner, and spin it into a 30-minute internal monologue about nutrition, budget, ethics, and life choices. Overthinking is not problem solving. It's fear in disguise. It's your brain's way of stalling, of keeping you safe in the realm of possibility where there's no risk of failure. Break the cycle by making small, fast decisions. What to wear? Decide in 30 seconds. What to eat? Pick something. Build the muscle of decisiveness. Action is the antidote to anxiety. The more you act, the less you overthink. 10. The disease to please. This is the granddaddy of them all. The deep-seated need to be liked, to be seen as nice, to avoid conflict at all costs. So you say yes when you mean no. You go to the party you don't want to attend. You take on the project you don't have time for. Every time you do this, you are betraying yourself. You are trading your own peace for a momentary absence of discomfort. The most liberating word in the English language is no. It is a complete sentence. It doesn't require an explanation. Start small. No, I can't make it. No, that doesn't work for me. Let people be disappointed. They will survive. And you will finally start to live a life that is yours, not a life that is a collection of accommodations for everyone else. So, let's recap the 10 silent assassins. 1. Energy debtors. 2. The ready lie. 3. The compulsion to explain. 4. Comparison as a sport. 5. The victim story. 6. The addiction to being right. 7. Invisible clutter. 8. Fake urgency. 9. Overthinking. 10. The disease to please. Life at its core isn't about addition. It's about subtraction. It's about carving away everything that isn't the masterpiece. A sword isn't sharp because of what was added to it. It's sharp because of what was ground away. Your life is the same. This isn't a one-day event. This is a new way of moving through the world. It's about becoming a quiet editor of your own life, cutting out the unnecessary sentences, the redundant characters, the subplots that go nowhere. What you're left with is a clean, powerful, and compelling story. Your story. It starts today. Pick one, just one, and eliminate it quietly ruthlessly, and for good. Your future self is waiting to thank you. And now for our featured comment. This one comes from Liam Carter, who wrote, I quietly eliminated the someday lie and finally booked the coding bootcamp I'd been talking about for 2 years. The relief is unreal. It's like I was holding my breath and finally let it out. Liam, that is incredible. That's what it's all about. That moment you trade the weight of a dream for the momentum of a decision. Congratulations, man. That's a massive win. To everyone else, if one of these silent assassins is resonating with you, let me know in the comments. Until next time, start carving.